don't understand is what he's saying right now. We are these shapeshifters that's disguised as white men. So they tell all these rappers and everything, yeah, if you want to be rich and famous, you're going to have to let me go up in you. So all these niggas, I ain't saying that, this is just what I've been reading about and hearing from a lot of metaphysicists, saying that these people have to have sexual intercourses with the gods of this planet in order to bring their evil energies level up. The gods of these planets, these black men on this planet, we are so heavenly, spiritual, and charged up with cosmic energy that we don't know about, because they immediately sit us down with SpongeBob and Sugar Frosted Flakes when we're a little kid, instead of giving us a book of metaphysics and teaching us about the God best and teaching us about our unique characteristics and how we are divine people that permeate throughout the whole universe. No, they want us to be locked down on earth and believe that the only thing that we got to study about is bitch ass Jesus and all that stagnant ass bullshit. And then we grow up not even addressing the fact that when we come back to this earth as small adolescents, we're both sexes, male and female. And we need to be talked to about that and brought up with the key understanding of someone having knowledgeable information to give to us to help us develop accordingly to match our gender, which is fast and uniquely as possible. No, what do we get? We get a world full of homosexual sublime suggestions that make us be confused from the first episode of SpongeBob or Sesame Street, and a bunch of sugar and a Jesus-loving ass mama who's teaching us that the only thing we got to do is love the white man as our God. So we grow up confused because the white man wants us to let him fuck us in the ass so he can steal our spiritual energy from us, so he can resurrect his evil demonoid side, and then our mothers is not telling us that. So we got a whole bunch of young men growing up damn near not even favoritized, but preferred, objectified, and implemented into the circumstance of possibly getting sodomized, okay? Because our whole world is saturated with that stupid shit. Because they perpetuate it in everything that come on TV, every sports event, every bottle of Coca-Cola that you buy. And then we don't have this information coming to us. So we've grown up in a world that is so detrimental to us that it is pathetic. Alright? And so don't get mad at me when I come out here and work diligently and try to tell everyone, you really need to be trying to speak to your son and explain to him why it's very important that if he gets any type of homosexual tendencies embedded in his mind, to be looking for it in those books he reads, to be looking for it in those stupid video games that he plays, to be looking for it in those stupid ass billboards signs that's up and down the avenue all day long when you riding your bike or your skateboard or driving on the bus or whatever the circumstance be as you making your transition, your method of logistics, exposing you to all of this brainwashing that's everywhere all over our city. So when you get a true prophet, a cosmically ordained speaker to come here and tell you about the experiences that they had to go through and why they had to go through it so they could figure out the system of brainwashing that's here on this planet and lay it out for you on the silver platter, the nerve of you to try to only see the negativity and not the brilliance and the beauty that was intended to be exposed. People like you are the reason why melanated men and women became slaves. Because instead of you helping to stop the enslavement, you perpetuated it, and you love it so much to this day that you are a person that cannot see good in God, because you cannot see good in yourself, because you're too busy trying to see good in white ass Jesus. So you cannot see good in Asarah Satapara Ma'at, which means that Asarah Satapara Ma'at can see the good in you, not wanting to see good in itself or anyone else, so it's dead good and I have no use for it taking up space on this planet. You better figure that out real quick, because I play for keeps. And whether you believe I am that I am or not, doesn't matter. What matters is what you do believe is going to draw a decision about where your ass is going here real soon.
Fourth dimension for a short period of time by using their three-dimensional bodies in exchange for helping these Zionists to rule planet Earth via their demonic evil as Knights Templars, which are the fallen angels in their worst forms. They always lose no matter how much money they steal, because the creation is not predicated upon money.
It's predicated upon this spiritual energy of the green light that you see right here. This spiritual energy right here is the spiritual energy of myself encapsulated inside of this body. This is my mother right here. This is me. Know that.
But rather, it is predicated on the love from the brain inside of the heart.
That we have long forgotten. But we have this, just to give you a few, we have an energy field, an electromagnetic field. It sits at about 4 degrees Kelvin, or 4 degrees above it.
No, it don't. This electromagnetic spectrum that we're talking about is permeate in all manifestation, so it does not have any fixed location. It is no place that it is not, yet it is every place. Now understand that every manifestation that's not even manifested yet has to be induced and conduced by this electromagnetism spectrum. To put it to you simple, the electromagnetic spectrum of this universe is the melanin God energy. That's what it is. The electromagnetic spectrum of it all is the movement of it, and how it is conduced, induced through convection as well as conduction. Any type of movement possible, whether jumping, hopping a ride, coming through the wind, riding in the water, it doesn't matter. If it's any form of change, movement, or existence, it is the electromagnetism of the spectrum of what we can call life. I know for a fact this energy of melanin is God. What we call God is our universal supreme creator essence, that which permeates and emanates from all and into all, is what I'm talking about. That which induces and conduces as well as encapsulates and encompasses all is this melanin spectrum of electromagnetism. Now that's the way I see it. There's a lot of people out there that doesn't see it that way. That's fine with me. But the way I see it is that that which encompasses all is that which induces and conduces all. And I call that melanin, with the energy source that permeates from it, known as the electromagnetism of our universe. So what I see is the cosmic vagina, which is that which is encompasses all, and the energy of manifestations that comes from that which encompasses all uterus, to me is what I call the energy source of manifestations that leave that womb, goes to the desired place to make a manifestation, and makes that manifestation there. The way it gets to that area and the way that it uses its own energy to make a manifestation in that area is through a constant penetration of the male spiritual energy, known as the phallus, moving through the universe, moving through the cosmic uterus, with energy inside of it to go to the next manifestation that's placed at origin, which will be meeting another female vagina, having an interaction with that female vagina. Right there at that spot is where that manifestation will drop out of the female. Now this is what I call that which encompasses all. The inducing is the spiritual energy sent to the next that which encompasses all, where this spiritual energy enters that realm of time and space, has an interaction with the necessary energy source there to make the manifestation at that realm of time and space. So we have the cosmic uterus that can send electromagnetism, spiritual energy throughout the universe, throughout herself, to a desired location where it will meet the aggregates there necessary to have another interaction Electromagnetism meets electromagnetism, which conduces materialism, causes coagulation, and forms manifestations. Induce and conduce as well as contained by that which encompasses all, which I see as blackness, pure potential, melanin chemical. That's what it is. That's the way I see that.
Absolute zero. It's a very weak field, but it's incredibly geometrical. It's so geometrical that to see all the geometries that are around you requires a computer. And this energy field is when you breathe in a certain way, it spins in both directions and it forms looks like a flying saucer around the body, which is the Merkaba. But that's only the beginning. Inside the brain, there are 4 different glands that have to be activated simultaneously to actually turn this on properly. And it can only be done when the spirit of the body leaves the brain, literally leaves it, it travels away from it, and moves down into the heart, where the ancients talk about this little tiny place, this sacred place in the heart.
See, that's the same thing I just said. Now listen, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This is the female vagina, that which encompasses all. The realm of melanin. Now let's just say this is between the woman leg, this space right here. This is the universal uterus, all right? It's many of them. You have the huge one, but then you have macro, then micro. So let's say this is a macro, but there's one bigger than this, so it has to be one smaller than that. That's the way our universe works. If it wasn't for little, that wouldn't be big. But doesn't it work backwards, meaning that if it wasn't for big, there wouldn't be little? Okay, let's just start at this cosmic vagina right here, okay? This cosmic vagina has a notion in its heart that it wants to make a manifestation somewhere. So all the energies and stuff starts moving around inside of it because someone somewhere had a spiritual thought. The spiritual thought went down to this location where all thought manifestations are sent out from. So it says, okay, let's go to quadrant 18. We're going to find a little uterus over there, and this is what we're going to make manifest from it. So all the computer work is done. This sends out electromagnetism impulse through the realm of all this melanin, because everything is completely encapsulated in that which encompasses all. See this blackness here? It's just perfect for that to be there. So this is that which encompasses all blackness, okay? So inside of this blackness is all blackness. It's indifferentiation, okay? Meaning everything is the same. But now someone calls for differentiation means that it's going to all still be the same to the naked eye of no senses, but since this is required to something that's on this sense frequency that needs it made, we're going to dispatch the work order from this cosmic universe right here. So it dispatches the work order. It's like an electric signal. It goes through all this melanin, all this blackness, but it has a path that it goes to. It's looking for a uterus. The uterus has all of the stuff necessary for it to do its task. So right now, it's just a work order. It's sent out. This is where it gets induced from, the thought. We're going to build a house. We're going to build a human. We're going to build an ocean. We're going to build a bird. Thought gets shot out. Thought has a mission. Thought goes through space. It changes things as it's going through there because it's a thought wave, meaning it's a manifestation. Now it finally makes it to where it's supposed to go. Guess what? Another uterus. So a seed fell off this tree right here, and it fell to earth and got planted in the soil. You understand? So this thought information is just a seed. It's looking for a hole to go into. It makes it to another uterus, just like sperm, coming from male phallus. Remember what I said? The male spiritual energy? The male spiritual energy inside of this uterus got a job to do now. It squirts. His semen is that electromagnetism going through space that I'm telling you about. Alright? It's going to look for some more pussy. That's what it's doing. It was already inside of pussy, but it done left pussy to go look for more pussy. This is why I keep telling you about these universal uteruses encapsulated around the male's phallus. We've always known that until the white man came on earth and made the dick be all big and then made the woman pussy be so little. That's why they always walking around talking about you need to have a big ass dick and all this old stuff, because it's